All right. Texas Republic statehood and government exam. Number 1. After declaring their independence from Mexico, Anglo-American settlers in Texas established a what? Military dictatorship, civil, political, and religious freedom. C. English and Spanish as official languages. Or D. Roman Catholicism as an official religion. Number 2, the governments of the Republic of Texas, 1836 to 1846, met most of their public expenses by doing what? Selling public lands to soldiers who had served in the Texas Revolution, borrowing large sums of money from the United States and printing excessive amounts of paper money. C. Entering into free trade agreements with the United States and Mexico. Or D. Annexing parts of Texas to Great Britain, France, and Spain. All right, this quote here, I experienced no difficulty in deciding a proper policy to be pursued against the Indians. It is to push a vigorous war against them without mercy. Which president of the Republic of Texas spoke these words in 1838? Was it Edwin W. Moore, B. Sam Houston, D. Dr. Anson Jones, A. Edwin W. Moore, B. Sam Houston, C. Dr. Anson Jones, or D. Marable B. Lamar? Number 4, what was not a reason the United States Congress refused to annex Texas in the 1830s? A, they feared annexing territory that had once belonged to Mexico. B, they knew many Texans opposed annexation. Let me go back to A. A should read, they feared not knowing annexing territory that had once belonged to Mexico. B, they knew many Texans opposed annexation. C, they did not want to pay the debts that Texas owed from the war. Or D, Northerners did not want to annex a large slaveholding state. Number 5, which statement best explains how a belief in manifest destiny influenced the United States annexation of Texas? A, many Texans supported annexation because they thought it would bring new opportunities to settle on the frontier of West Texas. B, most of those believing in manifest destiny hoped for slavery to spread westward in order to increase the number of slave states in the United States. C, many Americans supported Texas statehood because they were eager to expand the United States to the Pacific Ocean. D, many Americans saw Texas as a place to develop new factories and mills to support economic growth in the United States. Which of the following was a direct cause of the U.S.-Mexican War? Was it A, the Mexican government wanted to exercise control over the government of Texas? Is it B, there was a dispute over the location of the boundary between Texas and Mexico? Was it C, the Mexican government protested the treatment of Mexican citizens in Texas? Or was it D, the direct cause was the Mexican government demanding the return of Texas to Mexico? Number 7, how was Texas affected by the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? A, Texas was given $10 million by the U.S. government to pay for land acquired from Mexico. B, the treaty abolished the institution of slavery in both Texas and New Mexico. C, Texas gave all its remaining public lands to the federal government of the United States. Or D, Mexico officially recognized Texas as part of the United States and accepted the Rio Grande as its border. The right of the people to keep and bear arms is explained in which amendment? Second Amendment, First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, or D, Seventh Amendment? Okay, so you have these bullet points. The Texas Republic did not bring in enough revenue because so much money was spent on expenses like conflict with the natives, paying government officials, etc. You have this, the Texas Republic printed so much paper money that it lost its value. And then you have the Texas Republic government gave away so much land that it hardly had enough to sell any. So the bullet points above suggest which of the following? That A, the U.S. Congress refused to annex Texas. B, Texas Republic faced financial difficulties. C, Texan citizens asked to be returned to Mexico. Or D, Texas adopted the first income tax. The first 3 words of the U.S. Constitution, we the people, express the idea of popular sovereignty. Popular sovereignty is the belief that the people hold the A, final authority in the government and have the power to change or abolish it. B, power to elect judges to the U.S. Supreme Court. C, the authority to break laws established for the common good. Or D, power to elect the Speaker of the House directly. Number 11. Some developers of the Constitution feared that the governor, executive branch, or Congress, legislative branch, could become too powerful. Which of the following ideas was included in the Constitution to ensure that that didn't happen? A, direct democracy. B, popular sovereignty. C, checks and balances. Or D, federalism. All right, number 12. Which political belief is supported by both the U.S. and Texas constitutions? Is it socialism, federalism, monarchy, or communism? 13, what is the single largest source of funding for public schools? Is it the available school fund, property taxes based on real estate values, the permanent school fund, or the federal government? Number 14, which of the following is a function of local government? Local government decides which civil cases go to trial. Local government amends the state constitution. Local government funds the state college system. Or one of the things is the local government provides police protection. Okay, you have this excerpt here. The people shall be secure in their persons, house, papers, and possessions from all unreasonable seizures or searches, and no warrant to search any place or to seize any person or thing shall issue without describing them as near as may be, nor without probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation. Texas State Constitution. What is the main idea of the above excerpt from the Texas State Constitution? A, searching homes and property is illegal. B, citizens may seize the property of others. C, authorities must have a good reason to search property. Or D, searching homes and property is common. All right, number 16, what is the function of the legislative branch of government? Does the legislative branch enforce law, make laws, break laws, or interpret laws? And number 17, which of the following is not one of the freedoms in the First Amendment? Freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of the people, or right to petition? All right, number 18, the principle of limited government means what? The president can break any laws without getting in trouble. The government can only get its power from the Constitution. The government can only get its power from the Declaration of Independence. Or the government can only get its power from the people. Number 19, which of the following is a key dividing factor in the principles of federalism? Powers divided between state and national governments. Powers divided between executive and legislative branches of government. Powers divided among the 50 states, or powers divided between courts and legislature. Okay, in number 20, you have a diagram here, which are the three branches of government, laws in the United States. So it says the legislative branch passes laws, the executive branch enforces laws, the judicial branch interprets laws. So which important principle of U.S. government is reflected by this diagram here showing the three branches and what they do with the law? Is this an example of individual rights, popular sovereignty, separation of powers, or republicanism? Number 21, you have another diagram. It shows the first box, the people will elect office holders. Office holders will make laws, and office holders will conduct government on behalf of the people. So what would be the best title in terms of a principle of government for that one? Is that republicanism? Is that popular sovereignty? Is that limited government? Or is that an example of individual rights? And the very last one, number 22, you have another diagram. It shows the executive branch, which has the power to appoint federal judges. And then you have the judicial branch, which can declare an executive action unconstitutional. And you've got arrows going back and forth. The diagram above best describes the constitutional principle of which popular sovereignty, federalism, limited government, or checks and balances. That concludes the test.